Good morning, I am Arturo Lobo, responsible of Arclea Solar project, which has been carried out by a small group of engineers and architects to develop a solar heating system with generation of changing aesthetics. This project has received a Research and Development Award, and it has been currently 2 worldwide patents pending. At the whole group of videos we want to present you the main patent in detail, and also the descriptions about some products and several aspects related with this technology, whose aim is illuminate with sunlight a house or a building or absorbing that energy according to the thermal demand curve, and without mobile elements. It means that the system absorbs much more energy in winter than in summer, and that is necessary to be able to dimension a solar heating system which in winter needs 8 times more energy than domestic hot water, that ACS curve, and nothing in summer. In addition, that technology allows generate picture or colors on the building's facade without mobile elements. This image or colors could change with the sun or spectator position. As well, the system is able to generate high concentrations. To understand the system is recommended to start by the videos of summary and basics. We apologize you for the simplicity of these videos which has been created by the research team itself, only with educational and informative intention. This introduction with a length of 1 minute and a half is repeated in all the videos. With a unique technology is simultaneously solve the 3 problems or any combination of them, resulting in a very wide range of products, covering areas such as solar thermal collection, solar illumination and high thermal insulation wall transmitting light, sunscreen, Venetian and skylights, solar collection with changing aesthetic facade. Also applicable to refurbishment or new building with enclosures with collection system for facades and roofs. Changing aesthetics indoors. Radiant wall. Improvement of stronger walls. Heat pump support and other uses. All the technology is based on a basic element called CAA, formed by a small reflective concentrator with a catchment area zone and the adjacent areas to this catchment area. All they are fixed. The system consists of arrays of these extrude elements. It means adjacent rows of linear concentrators and these elements, which may occupy an entire wall. Optimize geometry, the arrangement of elements and participants' parameters to catch according to the demand curve. The geometric place of the points with high concentrators is determined and the procedure to create the changed images is detailed. Returning to the graph, the consumption of domestic hot water, which is the ACS curve, is relatively constant through the year, and limited a number of conventional panels can cover, with certain surplus in summer and in winter otherwise. However, heating consumption is 2 to 3 times greater than domestic hot water, and is very seasonal. In fact, as has been said, in winter time it can take up 8 times more energy for heating than for domestic hot water, which will be 8 times more panels, while in summer time can be a big problem the fact that systems are catching because the energy required is up to 20 times smaller. Hence the solar heating is an untapped source because of the problem of conventional systems to meet the requirements of strong seasonality. And this has been the goal achieved by this technology, that results of a 3 years project and over 10,000 hours of engineers and architects' work. The fundamentals of the technology are explained in video 4, but basically the system is designed to perform solar collection without moving parts, when the sun's elevation is within the appropriate range to meet the needs of each season. When the sun comes out of this range, the light is reflected and scattered into the sky and/or used to generate the changing images, providing a non-existing aesthetic possibilities in architectural design nowadays. Changing images generation is detailed in video 5, and a passerby can see different images on the facade, depending on his position and the sun's position. Simultaneously, the system will be catching the sun energy according to the demand curve. This is shown in more detail in video 6 of triangular blades and the video of the first prototype of the system, video number 12. This synergy between catching and advertising can make a building rent their publicity spaces, having incomes in addition to energy savings, and amortize the system in the very beginning. The same happens to a homeowner who has a shop just below him. He can rent or lease the advertising space with catching image generation. Instead of capturing the radiation from the sun in a collection area, as has been described, it can be redirected towards the interior side of the panel, giving multiple products related with natural lighting and high insulation glazing, and allowing the pass of light and radiation in wintertime and just a little in summertime. The procedure is to reflect the rays from the concentrator into a reflexive envelope which redirects them into the interior. The derivative products of the calculation of the envelope are described in the video 4 about blades, sunscreen, glazing, and heat pump support. We can see how blade solution and vertical glazing can be generalized to sloping glazing. The common factor of all is that sunlight illuminates the interior of a home or building according with the curve of the seasonal heat demand. Similarly, the solutions for catching in vertical surfaces can be generalized to sloped roofs, even for very low sloping roofs, in whose case the solutions we call with detached collection area are more appropriate. This system can cover up to 70 or 80% of the heating needs, depending on the climate zones. It's the common area between the green and black curve. It should be noted that the heating can represent more than 50% of energy consumption of a home, and also a high percentage of other types of buildings. Globally, this amounts more than 2 trillion per year and over 15% of global energy consumption and 10% of total greenhouse emissions. This new solar collection technology can be used in new buildings or refurbishment. It's applicable in roofs and facades, replacing even elements of them. This use of the building envelope provides the necessary surface to cover these heating percentages, and also it is done next to the place for use, reducing cost of distribution facilities. Moreover, in video number 8, complementary pattern will be shown, which particularizes this technology using vacuum tubes and which also claims enclosure based on them. This enclosure allows the pass of light and has a thermal conductivity around 0.5 watts square meter Kelvin degree, nearly 10 times better than conventional glazing and better than a normal wall. The applicability to particular cases of this technology and profitability for the user is discussed in video 9 and others. This system provides autonomy and independence of distribution networks, and a real chance to influence those numbers that represent the global heating and the 2020 targets of the European Union. Other videos are related to economics and profitability, comparative studies with other traditional renewable energy systems, comparative with rehabilitation and improvement of energy efficiency systems, proposals for the operation and licensing for both individuals and businesses. Depending on the product and the producer, the cost can be below 70 euros per square meter and lower than 2 euros per square meter plus royalties. And furthermore, the user saves the cost of the building element replaced, since in many cases these panels can replace walls or roofs and generate advertising revenue. The investment for the average home can be less than 2,000 euros, and amortization can be lower than 4 years. The cost of energy produced would be circa 0.03 to 0.05 euros per kilowatt hour, with annual sales that may exceed 47 million euros a year from the third or fourth year, considering only the Spanish market. In February 2014, there are no products on the market, only the ability to do small runs for local market. But if you are interested in a producer, let us know and we will give you preference and the closest producer. Remember that heating is the heart of energy efficiency. The video 9 and the next ones show the prototypes and explain how to get benefit on the project. Those benefits could be gotten at individual level or for a company, as well as economic, social and environmental benefits. If you want to produce or you are interested client, we give you more details and free drawings. The project has a social and supportive component. Watch the videos about how to work, to collaborate, to translate, and so on, and help us to spread them. Click to see the other videos or to go into detail on this one.